Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and thank you for tuning into my channel. I want to thank you for, uh, you know, joining me, or rather joining us. I have a guest, and you know who she is. It's
Hey,
Jan. Jan,
Steve.
New
Hi,
York City.
everybody.
Hi, good. I'm doing good. How are you today?
Good. Thank you so much for inviting me here.
Sure. Always a pleasure. Today, the topic is going to be about incomplete kitchen. What I mean by that, you're probably thinking, okay, what is Steve talking about when it comes to incomplete kitchen? All right, let's say if you want to prepare a dish or you want to cook a certain something, but you don't have the required kitchen appliance, so to speak. So you try to find an alternative in order to make the same thing. So let me go ahead and take care of that. Sorry about that. All right. Like, I wanted to ask you, Janet, do you happen to have any kitchen alternatives that you've done?
I've actually lived through it. Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for tuning into Steve's show. It's always a great thing to be here. I had a situation, Steve, you may recall this, about 3, 4 years back. All the buildings in Manhattan, for example, were getting double inspections from the gas company. And unfortunately, this building, they discovered a gas leak. And that meant it had to be an automatic shutdown. So we were living without a stove for a long period of time. We didn't think it was going to extend to beyond over a year. So, we were promised this and that, they did the best they can. But during that year, Steve and everyone, it felt like forever.
Hmm.
You do not realize how much you miss an essential thing like your stove.
Oh, I
I
know.
wonder if anybody out there has ever gone through that.
Hmm.
Have you, Steve, gone without a stove for a while?
I have, like I said, in my current living condition, I do have a microwave. I don't have a stove, but this is a good runner-up. I'll go ahead and mention it. I do have a hot plate.
Right,
Um,
right.
a hot plate, basically the same thing as a stove. You can put a pot, you can put a skillet, you can still prepare, your meals. I do have a good little story I would like to share with you. This actually happened. I was not born yet. I just know of the story. Um, this was many, many years ago. This was probably in the 1960s. Sometime my mother, God rest her soul as well,
Yeah.
she wanted to prepare. They were I guess they were traveling or going somewhere, and they had gotten a motel or something. But she wanted to prepare some vermicelli pasta. There was no stove. This is way before the microwave came out. But the only thing that was available at the time was a coffee maker. My mom, in her wisdom, managed to take a coffee maker and cooked spaghetti in it, and it came
Wow.
great. Most people do not think or equate cooking pasta in a coffee maker. Most people would never think that in 100 years.
No. Wow, that was clever of your mom.
It was. It was a clever thing. I know when I first heard the story, I was amazed by it. I said, "What? A coffee maker?" My father says, "Yeah." And she made it, and it came out, well cooked, and they had something to eat. It was.
How do you like that? They say necessity is the mother of invention. So in my case, and at that time I was, taking care of my mother and, taking care of a senior. You want to make sure they're eating properly and all this and all that. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do? I'm not used to having no stove. That's when I really learned, Steve, to appreciate my slow cooker.
Oh
I
yeah.
right? I made slow cooker meatloaves. I made slow cooker meatballs. I learned how to make hard boiled eggs in the slow
Uh
cooker.
huh.
Right? I think we did a baked ziti in the slow cooker. Uh, Macaroni and cheese. Whatever it was that we could do, sausage and peppers. whatever we could do, we could do. You know, it's interesting, Steve. When there's a will, there's a way. I have no regrets because it was quite a learning experience, a
Oh
humbling
yeah.
experience, because you get to appreciate when you do have everything that you could work with, you know?
It's funny that you mentioned a slow cooker. It hasn't been recent. It's probably been 3.5, 4 years back. Um, I've made mac and cheese. It turns out fabulous. An hour and a half, 2 hours, boom, you got your
Yeah.
mac and cheese. I've done a lasagna.
Yes.
That turns out fabulous, about 4 hours. Um, let's see. Of course, I've roasted a chicken. I've done that. I've done meatloaf. I've done. Let's see. I've also cooked my lentils. Yeah,
Yes.
I have a nice lentil recipe. I may want to make that an up and coming show for next
Didn't
month.
you do a ginormous cookie?
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I That was about a year or so ago. I made
Yeah.
it was kind of like a snickerdoodle cookie.
Wow. And also, I think you did a peanut butter one too.
I did a peanut butter one. I made it according to, direction. Of course, I put aluminum foil down on the inside, and then I put the batter in it, closed it, and set my time. Then it's about an hour and a half to make the cookie, give or take. Of course, you want to watch it.
Right.
When the cookie was done, all you do is you lift it up, you grab both sides of the aluminum, pull up.
Right.
You have no mess down below.
That was excellent. And I saw pictures of it. I remember this.
Yeah.
Telling everybody you can do it if you are like reduced appliances and like in between getting your stove, or you can't get your stove for a little while, or they shut the gas off
Gas
in
off.
your building, you transition waiting for them to send you a stove. There are tips and tricks. Steve, I remember those pictures of that cookie. What Steve did, he cut it like a pizza.
Yeah.
So, right? That was so creative on your end.
Yeah. In case nobody knows this, I'm going to share another simple. Everybody thinks, oh, I want to cook eggs. But in order to cook eggs, you have to have a stove. No, you don't. I'll give you a little secret. I do it about 4 days a week. Get a bowl, break 2 eggs in it. What I do is I sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese in it, maybe a little pepper, a little seasoning, maybe a little Italian. I beat it up. I stick it in the microwave for about a minute and 35, minute and 40 seconds. Voila. I have a small egg.
Incredible.
Similar to scrambled. But here it gets a little better if you want to step it up a notch. Grab a piece of cheese of your choice.
Right.
Lay it across the top. Put it back in there for about 15 seconds. Now you have an omelet.
Wow. There you go.
You don't have to have a stove.
No, you really.
Another good method of cooking people don't associate that works pretty good is one of those small little toaster ovens that the door comes
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
can make pretty good in that.
I know someone that literally lives in a room, literally, and uses toaster oven constantly.
Mm-hmm. Sure, I've done broiled fish in it.
Wow.
Of course, you want to put aluminum foil down to keep
Right.
I've done broiled fish. I've toasted toast in it.
Pizza, frozen pizza.
Frozen pizza. I mean, there's a lot of things that you don't have to have a stove. If you just have to use your imagination. That's
Can I tell you what I use a lot as well? I didn't have it then. But about a year ago, I went for it, and it was a good investment. My air fryer. Had I had my air fryer, then you know what I do? I grill sandwiches in my air fryer. I do so many things in air fryer. It's not even funny. I buy these like frozen chicken pieces, just pop it in for X number of minutes. Done deal. You can do the frozen pizza in there, pizza bites. You have options, say, and you're the one that remind me of those electric skillet. Remember?
Funny that our ESP is on the same level. Now the air fryer is my next appliance on my list. It's on my little
Yes.
right now. Funny that you mentioned electric skillet. I have that as well. Electric skillet,
Yeah.
the possibilities are endless. Again,
Right.
it's like having a stove or a hot plate, but it's all built in.
Right. Another thing before I forget, my electric kettle that I heat my water
Oh
in.
yeah,
Steve and I could be on a business chat, discussing show topics and stuff. And I'll say, Steve, excuse me a minute. I want to make instant coffee.
instant
I
coffee.
walk away, literally within 2 minutes. I'm walking back, e.g., right in my hands now, my
Uh-huh.
coffee, right? 2 minutes. I love my. That's a. I'm not going to say anything wrong of this because this is we're not getting paid to say it. I'm just saying, not a sponsored ad. It's a Hamilton Beach. Hamilton Beach is the one I have. I really swear by it.
Yeah,
The kettle. I think they call it a kettle pot.
it is. And one thing people have to be careful with, and I'm going to just say this right here. It might be slightly off topic, maybe not, but um, about 3 years ago, I received a percolator, a coffee percolator for Christmas. I still have it. And of course, my longtime friend, he got a good deal on it through Amazon.
Yeah.
It was under refurbished, and he got it for like,
Yeah.
it was like $18 less than a.
Oh wow.
Well, I think what happened is because when I got the electric or when I got the percolator, it looked like nobody had used it
Wow.
or anything. But here's what I think happened. I think the person who purchased it might have accidentally purchased it and thought it was an electric kettle. They do.
Oh
They
yeah.
do look similar if you think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So he got it at a discount. I still have the percolator. They do make the best coffee, and I'm sure
They do.
your subscribers will vouch, and mine
Yes,
will.
they will.
Especially the older school.
Right.
But yeah, where there is a will, there is a way. Never feel like.
True.
Never throw your hands up. Oh, what am I going to do? I
Right.
need this. I need. No. Be calm, cool, and collected. Think it out. Again, slow cooker.
Go to a garage sale. You might look out. You might find a microwave on the cheap that works. If somebody's moving and doesn't want to take with them,
Right.
Microwave you could do so much with.
You can. You can. I mean, I've even cooked spaghetti in the I've even boiled spaghetti in the microwave. It turns out good.
Absolutely. So don't give up while you're in the middle of figuring out.
No.
Oh my gosh, my stove died. What am I going to do?
No.
Today is easier than ever. You have a lot of options today.
That's right. You definitely do. So, in closing, everybody think it out. Don't panic.
No.
And like I said, I've experimented up and down because I like to cook. You as well, I know. And I can't really think of anything else to talk about at this moment.
No, just get creative. Don't be afraid. I made hard-boiled eggs. This sounds hilarious, but I would set up get my slow cooker, fill it up halfway, whatever, put in a bunch, put them in, like if I want them for the week just to grab and go for breakfast, that's what I would do. Put it on low overnight, wake up, I had my hard-boiled eggs done. All done.
No, that's, yeah.
There you go.
Cuts out all the work. Okay, everybody. Again, I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in, for watching my video about, incomplete kitchen talk. And thank you, Janet, for
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks everybody for stopping by as always.
And
I love hanging out on Steve's channel.
Oh yeah, like I said, we're good communicators, and your subscribers and mine know that. So that's.
I wouldn't trade our subscribers for the world. Just amazing people.
No.
They put in so much positive input. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Again, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I would so greatly appreciate it. If you're a veteran, thank you. If you are new, thank you for subscribing. If you're just passing by, consider subscribing. If you're not sure about subscribing to my channel, please, before you decide, go back and look at some of my content that I've done and see if it's anything to your liking to make that decision. But I hope you decide to subscribe.
And sharing videos is very important. So I totally appreciate it. If you could share Steve's videos, my videos, get the word out. We have some important messages for people,
Yes.
and we really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And also consider going over to Janet's channel.
Thank you.
Man from New York City Saves Money. She's got some really good content I think you would like as well. All right, guys. I will see you next time in the not too distant future, and I certainly appreciate your time. Bye.